Hello, everybody, and welcome back to The New Nasty Boys. I'm your co-host this morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you decide to watch or listen to this thing, Billy DeVore. And sitting next to me is my co-host,
Chris Weir. What's up, Nasty Nation? Welcome back to the Skunk Hole. Oh, switched it up on you, but so did Mother Nature. It stinks like skunks down here.
I hate to be a bearer of bad news. That is not a skunk.
Oh, did you bring some funk in here?
In my hole, I was prepping for the fart dunge, and I really had a weird diet.
Man, you really overshot the mark there, buddy. I mean, you are overachieving by a long shot here. No, there's got to be a family of skunks wrestling and shitting out back because it's stanky.
Or I ate fresh gravel and a bunch of raw broccoli.
Oh, yeah, that's a very competitive smell.
It's up there. I'm charting on the fart nums, but damn, yeah, I smell it when I was walking towards your garage, and I was just like, I know weed's legal in Ohio, but that is some good stuff.
Yeah, I know. I told Bill, I wasn't just like blazing up a bong in here before you came in. There's skunks in the woods, and they're doing something. They're conspiring. They're Wiccans. I know it.
Dude, oh man, they're gross. Have you ever like how close have you been to a skunk?
Pretty close, and I will say on behalf of all skunks, no, they are not gross. They have weird little stinkers, but
they're real cute.
Yeah, I like skunks.
They're like white cats.
Mm-hmm, they're fun.
They are fun until they open up their hole. We had one in our yard when I was a kid, and my dad like put on a work coat and gloves and went and like tried to move it.
Oh,
and I'm like, dude, this thing has legs and feet. It can move.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, Bjorn, it's not going to protect you. Gloves aren't going to protect you from a skunk spray.
No, dude.
Don't worry, I put a hat on.
No, that's it. And next thing you know, we're just giving him and the dog a fucking bath in the front yard. Just
hosing your dad down.
Yeah,
pouring tomato juice on his head.
Yeah, because we had a blue tick coonhound as a kid that found the skunk.
Oh, baby.
And we had woods in our backyard, so like if this dog would get out, which was often, it would just sprint to the woods, roll around in deer shit, and come back.
Coonhound gonna coonhound.
it gon' hunt. It not gonna find anything but just shit. And so we just and then it found a skunk, and then my dad tried to move it, and it's like just let the skunk skink around.
Yeah, I feel like we've had a couple cats in the past that have been sprayed.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
We had a cat that wasn't neutered. It was Alicia and I's first cat, and it went haywire, and it sprayed in our house.
Oof.
Yeah, so they're gross. I think skunk. It's up there. Skunk or like cat spray.
Oh yeah, cat spray is pretty foul. That's a funky thing. And like any animal that makes a spray, like even dogs can do that. That when they release their glands, you'll remember that smell.
Oh, dude, yeah. When I've had my dog be afraid, and I'm like, oh, who shit them? Oh, my dog is cowering. That's why. Oh, gross.
So to paint a picture, an extra rank smell in the basement.
It's just it's got stink plus on it.
Yeah, we're stink plus right now.
Stink plus, high numbers on the stink plus.
We are in the 99th percentile of stink.
Who would have thought it would take this long after saying fart dunge that it would take a skunk for us to make a stink plus reference?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it took like a whole 2 years. Hey, this is why you listen.
Come on, to the analytics. What are we doing?
Oh, how was your week?
It was good. It was really good.
Yeah.
We did a lot of things. One, it was my wife's birthday. Happy birthday to Lauren. Love you.
Yeah.
We went kayaking on her official birthday Thursday. Me, her, and her dad. It was a blast. And then we had a little get together with some of her family members, friends back here. Did a little party. That was cool. And then had a couple shows. Cool show, man. That Giles Chickering runs. Get on it.
Go to it.
It is so much fun. Giles is a maniac. You're going to love it. It's like a comedy talk show run by a madman. It was so much fun. Thanks for having me on it.
Yeah.
Wayne was on there. Caleb Nash, or should I say Carl Spaeth.
Ooh, in character.
Yeah.
In Carlton.
Ah, yeah.
Go ahead.
I had too much fun Friday night at the Commonwealth. Again, thanks for putting on some cool shows. And then I think I did a couple other things.
Cool shows, man.
Yeah, cool shows, man.
Hey.
What about you, dude?
Dude, Friday, I drove to Detroit to get a passport.
God, it's such a bummer. Out of all the things you're driving to Michigan for, you got legal documents you had to procure.
I didn't get legal weed, but I got a legal book to let me leave the country. Had to make the appointment 14 days before travel, and they preferred that if you made it 5 days before you left the country. They just want you to really cut it close. They're like, if it's 5 days before you leave the country, we have to print it. I'm like, hey, maybe give us more time.
Pretty please.
That'd be nice. So went up, did that. The drive, the night before went and saw Green Day. 37 songs by Green Day. 37.
So did they play Dookie in full?
Dookie in full, American Idiot in full. Closed on Good Riddance.
Ooh, that is wild. They played at Great American Ballpark. I know that you went there, so did Holmes.
Yeah. I forgot, I it was already dark, and I looked at Alicia. I was like, fuck, we should have made that TikTok where you would have looked at her and be like, oh, I really hope that Hunter Green throws a no-hitter today. And then she turns, it's like, Billy, the Reds aren't here. It's Green Day today. And then filmed the... yeah, but I didn't.
But then you hurled, and you still...
I still barked.
Yeah, your head's in the right spot.
Yeah, it was. The urinal.
Yeah.
Dude, they sounded incredible. They just powered through. They played from like 7 to 10:50. Mm-hmm. No misses. Cause they played a couple fluffers. They played the secret song from Dookie too. Okay. I'm all by myself. Mm-hmm. And Trey came out in like a Cheeto robe and was just floating around. He's like, and I snuck in your room. I was all by myself. And I was like, this is the highlight of the show.
Yeah, it was goofing.
It was goofing. The production was amazing. It sounded awesome in there.
So you think on it, okay, if you had to compare it to, say, the Docksiders.
Sure. I would say just a little bit better.
Yeah, a tad. Did they bring their PA equipment?
They did bring their own PA equipment. The difference between the Docksiders and Green Day had 13 semis, and the Docksiders had one van.
They had one U-Haul.
One U-Haul and one saxophone. That was about it. And they all slept in that U-Haul.
Wow. Green Day had 3 different carrier companies come in.
Dude, the merch was great. I got a soccer jersey.
I think I saw, because like Holmes was wearing that kind of like bloke core looking thing.
Yeah, it's like dark brown and light brown, truly Dookie colors.
Yeah,
it's so cool. But it was great. And then I had to get up that next morning at 7 a.m. and hit the road for Detroit. Got home at 8:30 p.m. Got shawarma with Brad Wenzel and Sam Rager.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I get to break it up because I get there at noon, and then or a little bit. I get there at 11:30. My appointment's at noon. Give them the documents. And I say, "Is everything okay? Is everything right?" They're like, "Yes, you are good, Mr. DeVore." I was like, "Can you do it again?" And they're like, "Yes." I had to give them a written statement. And they gave me a piece of paper like, "Can you please tell us why your passport is damaged?" And I signed it. It said, "My dog ate it." Full legal name, William John DeVore IV. And then dated it and handed it back to him. And she looked at it and just went, but it was like, fuck you.
I was about to say, that's probably like the most adult thing that you can do is just like make a written statement for your passport. But it's like, my dog chewed it up and farted it out. U.S. government, pretty please. New document so I can go to Italy.
William John DeVore IV, 5th grade.
You signed it in crayon.
Signed it in crayon. And then, like, they were like, "We want to let you know that you are probably not going to get this passport back." And I was like, "Oh, really? No kidding." Would have never thought that. Dude, it was so infuriating. I got to use the line, because I had to go to two different windows with two different people, so I got to use the "dog ate my homework" line twice. Hit every time.
Did you improve it? Like on the second time, I was like, I can do it a little bit better.
I needed to add a pause here and then emphasize homework. Emphasize the K. K's a funny letter.
Yeah, and you hit them on the second window even harder. That was nice.
It was good. Thank God Holmes was there to help me workshop it. So
nice,
really cool. And then hit some traffic. Didn't get home till 8:30, and then just slept. And then Saturday I was zapped, but I smoked two racks of ribs. I smoked 18 chicken. Like drumsticks, not wings, drumsticks, and then smoked 5 steaks for meal prep for the week.
So out there doing the Lord's work.
That's what I try to do, baby. Then in my my second fantasy draft on Sunday at Dickman's Sports Barn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Dick's and the man. It was a cool spot. And then I also went shopping for my trip. Went to REI for the first time.
That's a fun spot.
Holy shit. It's crazy how much people pay to look like an asshole.
Yeah, they really do. It's an identity. A lot of people, if you do have expendable income, you can drop a pretty penny in there.
Dude, it was like I walked in, I was like, is this the Cotopaxi Army? Where do I get drafted? By the fucking Yeti coolers?
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah, it almost has like, maybe it's because also like the Colorado culture does feel like, is this like a Mormon thing? What's going on here? Everyone's smiling. It's way too white.
Yeah, it's 93 outside. Why is everyone wearing a vest?
Yeah.
No need for that. We are in a strip mall. You don't need Solomon spiked hiking shoes.
Yeah, it feels like very much like a Pleasantville vibe going on in there.
Yeah. Dude, I don't get it. Like, so they have like, there's the tents and then they're like, and then there's shorts in the corner. Like, the extra part of the canopy that we use from the tent is made to make these shorts. And I'm like, then why are they $90 fucking dollars?
Yeah.
What is this? Tent's $400. You added a couple more threads and said, you go buy it, you fucking idiot.
You moron.
Dipshit. Yeah. Go drown in a lake. Like, that's what I felt the whole time. And then everyone was like, everyone who worked there clearly can't shop there. Like, not in a negative way, but it's like, they're just like, every person was like, they're like, yeah, you could join the REI program, $30 for your life, and like returns for a year and all this stuff. And I'm like, you're not wearing Cotopaxi. You're just wearing the REI brand. Oh, they have it on the shelf in the back. They're like, hey, Pores, you put this on and go work for us.
Yeah, I was going to say they probably like priced out their working staff.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, and also, I mean, like, how is it that rock climbing shouldn't be that expensive?
No.
You're out there in nature climbing rocks, bro.
Yeah, dude, they used to give away carabiners at the gas station. Mm-hmm. You put them on your hip, whatever. Now a 6-pack of them is like $90.
That's where like all of like the most experienced like hikers and rock climbers are going. They're going at the gas station next to Yosemite because that's where they live. They don't go to REI. That's where all the yuppies go.
Yeah, exactly. They go to REI so that way they can work on their yard.
Exactly.
That's what they're doing.
It's on the way to Lowe's. That's why they're going. You're not going to Utah anytime soon. You're just hedging. You're edging your hedges. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, a place called Rookwood shouldn't have an REI.
Yeah.
It was just so crazy. There's an REI and then a Buca de Beppo, two very different places.
Yeah, let me get some stuff for spelunking, and then I'll get like, a case of PBR. This is pretty fun. This is my lifestyle.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I need a new tactile rope for when I climb the mountain. Also, Bolo Tuesday.
Yeah.
It was just so fucking wild. But yeah, no, it's just crazy to pay that much to look like an asshole. But I did it. I bought shoes.
There you go.
And now they're the most comfortable things I've ever worn in my life.
They're like the shoes with the individual toes, are they?
Oh, no, I'm not. Do you think that my fucking little fatty little toey woeies would fit in there?
I bet they could accommodate for you.
Yeah, they would eventually stretch out over time.
Yeah.
It's like getting a shirt and you're like, I can lose a little bit. I can lose a couple pounds to fit into it. And then,
I can lose a little bit of toe fat. I know I can do it. I'll make it happen.
Yeah. No, it's not where I have to put lotion into the shoes to put them on.
Yeah. I just need to fit back my old loafers, man. I swear to God.
I'll tell you, I'll get back on my boat once those loafers fit again. Tell you what. But no, they're like the Roger Federer QC ones. They're like infinite clouds or whatever. And I was like, man, they're very comfortable. And
they are dope shoes.
I'm an asshole now. I'm an asshole.
They're dope shoes, man.
Dope shoes. So I needed something to walk around while we're in Italy that aren't like skate shoes or like fashion forward shoes. Mm-hmm. They're practical shoes.
You can't wear your dress Crocs. Alicia with the kibosh and the dress Crocs.
Yeah, she's like, you can't put those things in turbo, okay?
Come on,
you can't be less fashionable than my dad.
Put like, Rick and Morty on them wearing suits. It doesn't matter.
They're Steve McQueen. They're Lightning McQueens. They match the bed in our house. So yeah, that was my week. It was pretty great.
That's wild, man. I feel so bad you went to Michigan for purposes other than
marijuana.
Yeah.
And the worst part is like I went to the passport agency's website a couple weeks ago to make my thing, and they're like, future location, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh my God. The week after Billy leaves.
We've been planning it, so when he's finally truly fucked, Dude, it's just like, future location, Cincinnati, Ohio, but I am currently fucked. God damn it. It was the worst.
Oh, buddy. Well, you're going to have a great time in Italy.
Yes, just a friendly reminder, no pod next week, okay? You won't hear me breathe into this microphone. Chris needs a week off too. You know, if I'm on vacay, he's on vacay. He can just be down here jacking it alone.
Exactly. Now, there'll be people.
There'll be people.
We'll be live streaming. Don't you worry. He thinks we're not going to be tuning in.
Yeah, you're going to be fully set up. You and John come on and talk about hockey, and I'll be like, what the fuck?
No.
A preseason Chicago Blackhawks report.
Oh, my God. We completely changed all the backdrop. I got a ton of hockey paintings I'm sitting on.
You're both dressed up like Garth from Wayne's World.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that'd be great. Oh, fuck. Why do you have all these paintings of Gordie Howe?
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
I'm going to have a Mark Messier in my pants.
I don't know enough about hockey. I just I went through it all. Besides, the only thing I had left was either Mighty Ducks or a Seinfeld reference for when he painted his face, New Jersey's Devil. The
Patrick Warburton's character.
Yeah. Putty.
Yeah. What do you mean I look weird?
The Devils.
God. What a great... Well, hey, we snuck a Seinfeld reference in.
Yeah, we did.
We do it once a month. Mm-hmm. There you go. Congratulations.
Drink.
Speaking
of that,
yeah. Okay, we can do that.
Could you hit me up with whatever you can find there? I've been drinking the all-day IPAs. We got some leftovers back here. We overshot, but that's what you want to do for a party. We always want to have a bunch of extras just in case.
I love walking up and walking in and seeing just, my favorite light beer not cold on the table.
Which one was it?
Coors Light.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I just love silver bullets.
Yeah, warm silver bullets.
Oh God, I mean there's a time and a place for a warm silver bullet. Not on a Monday at 8:30 p.m.
No, warm silver bullet. That's a very sad day. We've all been there.
Yeah, that's when your cooler dies. Mm-hmm. That you got an REI.
Yeah, your REI cooler died.
I had it for over a year, so I can't return it. Mm-hmm. God damn it!
And you're drinking in your car, waiting for the Green Day concert
with your $110 slide sandals on from Hoka. Yeah,
called back everything. Passport.
We did it. Passport. John Holmes. Mm-hmm. Shawarma.
I actually did see somebody at the weed store getting a passport because I think they left it there for their ID.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I didn't want to say because if it would detracted, but yeah.
They forgot. So I've had to use, dude, this was in my early 20s. I lost my wallet and had my driver's license. And so for like a couple days, I used my passport as my wallet and identification.
Dude, that's so crazy. I heard one of the people say, "Here's your passport." I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Who is using your passport here and leaves it?
Dude, they are leaving the country. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's worse than having your dog eat it. Idiot.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. No. So the passport, by the way, is in the middle of the dining room table where the dog cannot get it.
Nice.
Remember that.
Unless you're the dog.
Unless you're the dog. They do this new thing with it, too. It's like weird and more waxy and like really hard. And then, like my dick. And then just... I had to sneak it in, and then you
like
open
my
it, like my dick, and you open it up, and they have the picture of you on now the top photo. Mm-hmm. It is your face with your name making up your face.
That's crazy.
It is insane. I was just like, this is an identity crisis for me right now. I don't know why. It's just like my full legal name, and it's like, this is my face, but I go by Billy.
This is your full legal name. I'm imagining the people like those fervent, like people like got like Trump tattooed on their forehead. Now they have passports. It's like Trump, but also Sheila.
Denise. But it was very wild. But I hope I don't have to do that for another decade. And it'll be open here,
Oh, yeah, you won't have to.
Won't have to. I'll just have to make an appointment 14 days before and 5 days before I internationally travel and drive down the street. Mm-hmm. Fuck. Hopefully weed's cheaper.
Yep.
Well, let's talk about baseball, huh?
I guess.
You want to?
Sure.
You sure?
Nah, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm 50-50 about it, 500. That's how I'm feeling.
Hey, kind of like what they did this week. Mm-hmm. Man, I'm telling you, it's tough, to say the least. You can tell it's tough, and I've given up because I'm now actively vaping on the show. Like, whatever.
Yeah, we're actually putting them out, like, in ashtrays, like old vapes. Just break them off.
Just shaking it around. This one's done. To break the screen.
Just a bunch of battery acid over here. It's not a safe environment.
No, it's not, but it helps add to the mystique and smell of the fart dunge.
It really does. It smells like arsenic.
that arsenic isn't the broken vapes or my hole. We'll never know.
Who knows?
Fun. This is fun. It looks like your preseason prediction for NL MVP is coming to fruition.
Yeah.
Over the weekend, Shohei Ohtani hit home runs 40 and 41 and stole 40 bases. He's a 41-40 man.
And that's pretty good.
That's, it's like elite class, elite company. It's like a class all of his own, but, he's only hitting, right?
Yeah, right.
That's not, you're only playing half the game.
Yeah, try fielding or pitching again, you fool.
Idiot.
Well, I think he will be, right?
I think there's no way around it. He's the NL MVP. I'm trying to even think about, I'm even thinking about who's close, and it's Marcell Ozuna. I don't know. It's tough to go from hitting your wife then winning the MVP.
Yeah, come on. This isn't the NBA, all right?
Or the NFL.
I should have said NFL. NFL is way more.
Yeah, you're just splitting really thin hairs.
You're splitting wife's hairs at this point.
Yeah, you're just splitting eyebrows. Hey-o.
Yeah, I think Shohei is probably going to be the winner. He's going to run away with it here. And he's just this superhuman character. He's straight out of a comic book. Unreal. And when is he going to be pitching again next year?
Did you see he threw off the mound over the weekend?
That's what I thought I saw, and I wanted to confirm that with you.
Yes, it is confirmed he will be pitching next year.
Unreal.
Dude, if I'm the Dodgers, I make him an elite closer.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Yeah, dude. And then, hey, your AB done? Go do your throwing program. But I don't know. Maybe that's... I feel like we've talked about this, but, that might be a couple years down the line. But you got to give him another go as a starter.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say that. And you can figure it out later on the season, maybe becomes a middle relief guy or somebody can just pepper him in every once in a while. Because, most importantly, you're going to need that bat. But if you have an ace in the hole, you're going to want to use them. And come on, dude. And I know we're going to be talking about it later, but the earlier, perfectionist of the game thinking that, he's just DHing. Oh, well, wait. Just wait.
Yeah, I think that a lot of these baseball purists are just going to be rolling in their graves as soon as he wins it. Just because of the simple fact that just because he's not fielding doesn't mean that he's changing the game and hitting at such an elite level that you can't disagree with it.
No, you can't disagree with the offensive production. It just visually, the eye test is seeing how smooth he is. It's like watching a Renaissance painting. Just the way he swings and just effortlessly drives the ball 430 feet, to right center. And on top of that, these people that are rolling over in their graves, I hope they are sitting up and can have their heads poked out for next year when he's throwing sub 2, ERA come July. Yeah. This is going to be unreal.
Dude, for the season, he has a 994 OPS. That on the season, it's 6 points away from just being 1,000. Is bananas. 175 OPS plus. He's almost hitting for 2 players right now, while only batting is ridiculous. Dude, he's gonna win it.
Yeah, he's got great power, great plate discipline. He's just in this elite class. I feel so fortunate that I get to watch this dude when he's going to be in his prime, and I just can't wait to see what he does next year when he's got a ball in his hand out on the mound.
Dude, I can't wait to see that splitter back. Another thing that crossed my mind when I was watching him hit a grand slam for his 40th homer, how many of Ippei's bets cleared?
How's it going for Ippei?
Yeah, dude. Look, you can set up a VPN blocker and check that shit from Japan, where he's hanging right now.
I bet.
With the Yakuza being like, hey, you get to just live in this house locked up forever. That was the deal. We'll collect your winnings. But, dude, he probably has him over 40 homers and probably NL MVP. Think you cash it out early, or do you think you let it ride?
Oh, he's letting it ride, man. He got a hot hand. You don't pull back when you got a hot hand. Come on now. You don't want to get slapped. Man, this dude is probably ePass has so many burner accounts. I'm sure he's got so many different like prop bets going on everywhere. This man cannot stop.
He can't. And that dude, when he's like, I never bet on baseball. Really? You watched Shohei for so long.
Well, you're a fool if you didn't.
Exactly. So he's over there in Japan. Someone's placing the bets for him. Oh, Donnie's placing the bets on himself to hit these homers. Pretty rad.
Dude, it's super cool.
It's so cool. But yeah, just wanted to touch on that before we get real emotional here. Joey Votto finally hung up the cleats. He's done. He was in AAA in Buffalo, and he was like, you know what? I am no longer good at this, and walked away from the game while the Reds were in town in Toronto. What a perfect ending to his career.
Yeah, I was hoping he would be able to come up for this series when they're playing the Blue Jays, and I think he probably was too. It just wasn't happening, and then he just had that realization that now's the time, and again, feel so fortunate I got to watch Joey Votto for so long, had so many tremendous years with the Reds, and yeah, all good things come to an end, and so does Joey Votto's career.
Yeah, I think that his whole thing, he was gunning to come back and play. He was going to play, like everyone had this weekend marked, or that series marked, being like, Joey's going to come back. He's going to be ready. This will be his swan song. He'll finally get to don the uniform of his country, being Toronto Blue Jays. And then he just sucked. He sucked. I mean, I'm looking at it. In 15 games in Buffalo, he had 1 homer, 4 RBIs, 8 walks, 22 strikeouts, 143, 275, 214. Yikes.
He did have that home run, his first at bat. I think the first swing he had.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, he came down into the dugout, rolled his ankle on a bat that was on the steps, and that's what I'm blaming it on. I feel like my man would have came back.
Yeah.
Would have been hitting 400.
No. That stat line is from after the ankle injury came back.
I do not care. I already said it, with a lot of fervor. I pointed, Billy.
You pointed? That's a really big deal.
That's better than facts.
You should run for president.
I think you can do it.
But the strong point. But yeah, dude, there was just no way. And he even acknowledged when he said, I'm no longer good. It sucks, but you know what? Selfishly, I'm really glad he never wore another uniform.
Yeah, personally, I would have allowed that if it would have been the Blue Jays and he would have played that series and then would have called it quits. That would have been a great storybook ending of I was on the field the last time with the Reds, wearing a different uniform, but I got to participate with that and just kind of close out that chapter on his life. So I think that would have been really cool. However, the fact that he played always with the Reds, I think that's even better.
That's great because we're probably never going to see that again.
Yeah.
Never going to see it again in baseball. You're never going to see it again in another sport.
Yeah, it's wild. He was both ushering in the new era of baseball, analytics, and now probably closing out that end of a franchise player.
Yeah, someone who was just so goddamn good.
Yeah, and played for a long time and just really changed his game up a lot over the years, especially towards the end. We saw him, try to hit for more power, had some great runs. We'll talk about some, Joey Votto highlights here. But, I mean, he's a guy that, deserves all of his, roses and accolades because, I mean, just played the game as best as what you can hope for. And so glad to get to watch him. And feels weird.
It does feel well. It feels weird, but Joey Votto is kind of his attitude and the way he carried himself, the way he played. It's kind of the epitome of Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. He was an undervalued prospect. He was undervalued behind Jay Bruce, and everyone was hyping up Jay Bruce, Jay Bruce is going to be the best. He's going to go, oh my God, best prospect. And Joey Votto just kept hitting, kept forcing his way up the system, up the ladder, and made himself undeniable. And then got here and proved it. And then just kept working hard. How is that and is severely just undervalued in the grand scheme of what happened over those 17 years that he played? Makes you think, man, that guy truly is Cincinnati.
Yeah, it was going against the grain. Definitely had some adversities. Going against, kind of being like the heel for the press initially. He definitely was not in the good graces with them, and then kind of became like more of a fun, jovial character. And yeah, he just kind of had like snubbed his nose to people. It's like, this is how I play. If you don't like it, hey, that's too bad.
Whatever.
I'm not changing for you.
Well, it's that thing where you're talking about the old guard to new guard, and Joey Votto. There were certain broadcasters who would go after and be like, another walk from Joey Votto. It's like, hey, if you look at his on-base percentage and what he's done, I don't know, that's pretty elite when you compare those numbers to, I don't know, Ted Williams and Barry Bonds.
No, I'd rather see him sky a pop out in the shallow right.
Yeah. Instead of being reserved, instead of having a productive out, he would rather take a walk.
Yeah, keep sharpening his skills. I'd rather see him, for my, good graces, take a wild hack.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, if he would have hung it up earlier and didn't have the 2022 and 2023 years.
Oh, the 300.
Yeah, it's 294. I'm not worried about that. Dude, OBP 409 for his career is fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you look at all of these years and these bold on-base percentage numbers. I mean, 2012 and 111 games, 474 on-base percentage.
Dude, and you're thinking about, too, on the down years that he did play with the Reds, he was getting pitched around kind of consistently for a while, which a lot of good players will. However, you just think about like how much better some of those numbers would have been, and if he would have made it into the playoffs and had some wins there, that'd have been a lot more, good stuff for him. That's like the one knock against him.
That's not his fault.
No, it isn't. It isn't. It isn't.
Bullshit.
But I'm just saying it like from the perspective of baseball writers, from the perspective of some of these people that will be like voting for like the Hall of Fame, so that would be something they consider to some degree.
Oh, of course. Oh, that 100% consider that. So that leads me to this question that I have written down. I don't think he's getting in first ballot. I think he should, especially when you look at Joe Mauer's numbers and what he did. Again, different position with first base and catcher. What ballot do you think he gets in at?
I think it all depends on who's voting for it. I think I don't know exactly all the people that are involved with this, but if it's more of a newer generation of voters, I think that he gets voted number one. However, if it's going to be more of contempt or who would vote on it right now versus in the future when Votto will be in 2029, I think he won't get it the first time if it's made up currently of the people now that vote on it.
Yeah, I think he gets in third ballot. Just because of what you said with postseason stats, which isn't his fault, but people will be like, well, did he hit, he hit?
He's going to be getting compared against people that did have, so it's inevitable that's going to be a comparison.
Right, he didn't hit 400 home runs. They'll be like, he's a first baseman who didn't hit 400 home runs. That's how they'll look at it, and that's old school baseball bullshit.
True.
Instead of looking at it and being like, the peak is absolutely bananas insane. 2017, when he lost by 2 votes, he had 134 walks to 83 strikeouts. OPS of 1.032. If it wasn't for Giancarlo Stanton hitting like 90 million home runs, he would have won it.
Yeah.
It's just like, cool, 2 MVPs. And they're like, you only went to 6 All-Star games. Who gives a fuck about the All-Star game?
Yeah, the All-Star games don't really mean anything. It's mostly a popularity contest and who went to the biggest city. It's really all it is.
Yeah, especially since it's now online voting and ballots. Like, remember we were kids, you had to poke out the ballot at the ballpark. Yeah. And now it's like, back then it was like, well, this person's the best. We're putting them in.
Yeah. Oh, that was fun. That was nostalgic.
That was so fun, dude. Dude, man, people just like Votto getting screwed. Recount the votes.
Yeah, there's something else I wanted to say about Votto and with the Hall of Fame. Oh, I just had it. We're poking out ballots, Oh, yeah, he's never had a Silver Slugger.
Dude, that's insane to me. He has a Gold Glove, MVP, no Silver Slugger. And that's what's even more crazy. 2017, you put his numbers next to who did win it? Paul Goldschmidt. Joey Votto wins.
Yeah, there's a couple years where Votto had stats that were better than somebody that won the award for Silver Slugger, MVP. So a lot of it is going back to the All-Star thing. There's a lot of politics that come into play. There's a lot of your personality, who you're playing for, how competitive your team is. Getting back to the Reds not playing, some of the years he played was very subpar.
Yeah. Well, up until 2011, Pujols was your first baseman for the NL.
Yeah, true.
So, and Joey Votto got to enjoy that 2012 on. So that's, tough to beat that first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, Albert Pujols is not from this planet. So I will concede that.
Yeah, I will allow that. So it's tough to be like, all right, well, who's after that? And you have to think about some other sluggers. But dude, 2013, he's 6th in MVP voting. He plays all 162 games.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially now, just thinking about, I know we're talking about a 40-year-old, but still, even now, a person playing 162 games is not common.
No, he did it twice. He did it in 2017, again, when he lost by 2 votes to Giancarlo Stanton. Dude, that season, it's kind of infuriating when you look at it, and you're like, and Joey didn't win it? Really? So you look at 2017. Okay, listen to this line. 281, 376, 631 slugging, 59 homers, 132 ribbies with a 1.007 OPS, right? Joey Votto had a 1.032 OPS with 36 homers, 100 ribbies. Statistically, he didn't outslug him, but he got on more and had a worse team around him too.
Yeah, so a lot more impressive, I think, arguably, the MVP year, or it should have went to Joey that year.
Yeah.
But, he did get overlooked sometimes based upon some of this stuff. The optics of being in, a team that wasn't succeeding.
Well, neither were the Marlins, but this is crazy, just looking at this baseball reference. Giancarlo Stanton had 85 walks that year. Joey Votto had 83 strikeouts.
That's insane.
That's bananas. Dude, he was just so good. So it's just insane to think that there are people out there who say that he's not and should not be in the Hall of Fame. That argument for me completely goes out the window as soon as they put Harold Baines in the Hall of Fame. So you're like, who? Exactly. Harold Baines should not be in the Hall of Fame. I'm telling you right the fuck now. Which means Joey Votto got to be in there.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So, and when you're talking about we're talking about old guard with Joey Votto. Think about what was it, 2011, 2010 when he hit that homer that went through the smokestacks?
I don't remember what year it was.
But he went, he put his hands up like
field goal. Yeah.
Right, pretty awesome. Can't find that clip anywhere. But he got chewed out for that.
Really?
He got chewed out, and they were like, you act like a professional, you be a professional, you don't ever do that, you don't showboat, sit down and think about what you've done. Compared to now, if someone were to do that, say, oh my God, literally anyone does that, holy shit, that's going on a Topps Now card.
Yeah, that'll be celebrated immediately. People will be going wild. But then, Joey, God forbid, he showed a little bit of personality at that time.
Oh, yeah, that's just how the game was. And I think that shows you how much, being a part of that old guard, and they're going like, hey, man, shut the fuck up, to now where they're like, be cool.
Yeah, flip that bat, brother.
Yeah, wear 19 chains, have dreads, don't hit your wife.
Yeah.
But, be cool, help grow the sport.
Yeah. And now, it's changed dramatically.
Yeah, Joey helped pass the baton. Think about this, too. Joey Votto played on the same team as Ken Griffey Jr. and Ellie De La Cruz. Same player, those two.
That's wild.
It's so cool, man. What was your favorite, what are your favorite Joey moments?
Well, I'll go off of that. You talked about having Joey having played on the same team as Ken Griffey Jr. and now Ellie De La Cruz. One of my favorite moments was seeing Joey Votto dressed in the Friday night City Connects, that game where he had, I believe, 2 home runs.
Yes.
And it was a cycle game for Ellie. But seeing that transition and connection between old and new, and seeing how Votto, just coming off the IL, helps the team have a come from behind win, which was like such the DNA of that year. Ugh. And just seeing it all coalesce in that Friday night that was just one of the most magical games I've ever watched. That was one of like the best Votto highlights, that I have, and also recent memory too.
Yeah. Just that, and then the shenanigans. Mm-hmm. Just the immense amount of shenanigans. I think now, since it's gotten better with time, my favorite Votto shenanigan was buying Zach Cozart a donkey.
That was a shenanigan.
That was textbook shenanigan, because we didn't know this. Joey just bought him a donkey. We thought, oh, that's weird. That's just Joey Votto being weird. Just get him a donkey, right? Gets the donkey. Zach figures out what to do with it. Turn the clock forward to now. Zach Cozart's Twitter is a nightmare.
Yeah, he's very much not a donkey. He's very hard red.
Very far right. So much so, one of my favorite Zach Cozart tweets, he's walking his dog, and he looks down, and there's just a pile of dog poop in the walkway. And he looks down, and he picks it up, he goes, guess a Biden voter left this year, and then threw it away. It's like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, so did you just pick up dog shit, random shit on the ground?
Yeah. It's like,
you weirdo.
You know what's really crazy about liberals is that we're like eco-conscious and are green and better for the future. So like thinking about having a better future, we would pick up the dog poop.
Also, most of us are cat people. All right.
A lot of them. Alicia and I were thinking about that. We're like, who's going to watch our dog? We can't just give our dog to somebody else to watch because all of our friends are cat people.
Very true.
Good liberals have cats. We're cat mommies. Mm-hmm. So the fact that Joey Votto trolled to the level where he knew Cozart was such a staunch Republican that he put on a national campaign to get Cozart to the All-Star game so that he could give him the mascot of the Democratic Party just to piss him off is unreal god tier trolling.
That's really good trolling. Also, the fact that he has to then take care of a donkey is hysterical.
It is so funny. Just like when Letterman gifted Conan a horse. Right? Conan's like, what am I going to do with this? It's like, I don't fucking care.
You better look it up, man. You better figure it out. It looks hungry. It's going to need some room to run.
And I hear they eat a lot.
Where you live? New York? I better figure that out.
Yeah. Oh, time to get a carriage. You have a second job. Mm-hmm. So that's like my favorite top tier Joey Votto goofing.
Goofing, I will say, I think the paper airplane moment, absolutely hysterical. This is when Votto is being pure heel. He knows it. He's being like a wrestler when he sees this moment, like, oh, the paper airplane represents fun. Well, not in this house. Picks his, heel up and literally his heel and drives it into the airplane. Oh, it was so funny.
Oh, dude, that was great. And then running for the ball in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Because fuck the Phillies and sprinting up and grabbing it and then just keeping it into the bat boy. Like, nope, they can't have that.
These Philly fans.
No. They'll chuck batteries at me.
And then him taking a ball and chucking it out of, what was it, Chicago?
Wrigley.
Yeah.
Oh, it went on the roof. Oh, and it's coming back.
That's so cool.
He was the man, dude.
Just not giving a fuck.
Not giving a fuck. Now the question is, what is Joey Votto's second act?
What is he going to do?
Yeah, what's he going to do?
He's probably going to come back and just cut the grass. That's probably what he's going to do. He's probably going to show up randomly, unannounced, and just cut the grass. He's just going to kind of be like a Dave Chappelle that just pops up every once in a while and just bumps people on the mic.
And he'll be driving a school bus.
Yeah, he probably will
be driving that school bus. Here's my guess. I guess that he is going to start a podcast interviewing comedians.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
If he needs a co-host or two, we got a guy or two.
We know some people.
But I think because that's what's always interested him is the process of stuff. Like, listen, there's a podcast with him and Greg Daniels. the guy who created The Office.
Really?
And Joey's like trying to pick his mind, and Greg's like, I gotta go. And Joey's like, wait. I'm Joey Votto. Hold on.
Scratch the surface.
Come on. So I think that's something that he would be interested in doing, and hearing that mindset and hearing all those different mindsets and breaking those down. And then put him in the booth.
Get him up there.
Get him in the Bally booth. Get him in the Bally booth immediately. That would be awesome. Or get him on the national desk.
Yeah. I think a lot of people would really benefit from hearing Joey Votto and his perspective, and just, my goodness, he's a national treasure. The baseball community loves him. I would love to see him. I mean, granted, you're retired. Enjoy your time off. Do whatever you want to do. But I would love to see you up in the booth.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. Become a chess professor. I don't know, whatever you're going to do.
Chess fresser?
Chess fresser.
That's a tough one.
Not many people can do it.
How many? Joey Votto could.
But yeah, do whatever you want. Of course, the booth is naturally the place where I'd love to see him.
You know what? Just do whatever you want.
Joey, hey, you don't got to wait for me to tell you what to do.
Just do whatever you want. I mean, honestly, thank you, Joey Votto. It was a fun run. I feel like you were shafted in your prime by the front office for them not putting forth any effort at your peak, and you were one of the best baseball players of a generation that no one knew of because you just rotted at Great American Ballpark.
Yeah, but I enjoyed watching you rot, buddy. It was so fun. No, you did a lot more than rot. You fucking crushed it. It was so much fun, and you did great, and it was so much fun to watch.
I'm not saying he was rotting. I'm saying everyone else around him. When you are looking at a lineup card and it has Joey Votto and Mason Williams in it, you're like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19 was fun. Pandemic. 21 was fun. Then they dismantled 22. Throwaway, his shoulder was hurt. 23 gave it a ride.
Yeah, 23 was wild. That was a fun year.
God, that was fun. But we'll always have the highlights. But yeah,
We will.
that was great.
Hats off.
That was awesome. Love you, Joey Votto. See you in Cooperstown.
See you in Cooperstown. See you in the fart dunge.
See you in the fart dunge. Yeah, you're more than welcome to come on the pod.
We got some extra shaky stools for you.
Yeah, if you come down here, Chris will live paint you.
I will paint you. I can't. I got some other canvases in the back. I actually do. I do have a canvas in the back that's primed, that intended for a Joey Votto illustration. That's dead serious.
Oh.
So, Joey, we can make it happen.
Dude.
Live paint.
Live paint. Oh, I didn't mean on a canvas. I thought that you were going to paint on Joey.
Same thing.
Okay, like,
we'll
you know.
make it happen.
That'd be great. Some good old-fashioned Votto body painting.
Yeah. His new hobby.
New hobby. Votto body painting. Come here. Let me touch you. Let me get you with my watercolors. Joey, it's just 3 different shades of the same white. Oh, I know. Let's come. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Move along. Let's talk about the Reds as they are today. They had today off. We're getting ready to have a series against the Oakland Athletics. I saw this on Reddit. There's a group of Oakland A's fans going to come in with the sell the team, sell flags. They're going to be all over Great American Ballpark.
Okay, fair enough.
Good. Go for it. That's fine. Just don't have any that are red and white.
Yeah, just make sure they're in the yellow and green, and I'll be right behind you. I'll wave one.
Yeah, hop in. I'd love to do it, but I'm gonna be busy. I got to pack, but I'd be there holding a green and yellow, sell the team, fuck John Fisher shit. But I just don't want to hear any of these gaggle of morons being like, man, you know who else should sell the team? I'll be like, shut up.
We should get those. Where'd you get those printed up? Yeah.
I hear they look good in the haystack font.
I don't get out much.
But I'll tell you, we should sell the team. Yeah, that's my only fear with the A's coming to town and those folks coming in, is then it's going to stir up like, well, maybe the Red. It's like, shut up. This has been a season of injuries, and they did put forth a very good effort. We could be the Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, we really could.
There's a lot of other teams where you look at the ownership groups and you're like, we could be our fandom could be ran by Artie Moreno. Boy, howdy, that'd be bad.
Yeah, I think we're all right, regardless of this season. And again, we still got September to play here. We do have a path, but
Oh, you're still on that?
oh, I'm still on a path, baby.
Okay.
But I do feel like, if next year things aren't going well, and if they are still having these serious injuries, and they haven't made a change to their right field problems, then I would start to question about the viability of the front office a lot more. But until then, hold the flags.
Hey, 2025 issues. All right. We get to speculate a little bit later. Okay. Couple months we get to start speculating. But
It's going to be fun.
In the meantime, and we'll do some real fun roster building. But in the meantime, to finish out this season, when it rains, it pours. We talked about it last week. Jammer Candelario hadn't been himself. He hasn't really been himself all season. And we were like, well, I wonder why he's looked so bad. Big toe fracture.
Yeah, that's not going to help you. That's going to affect how you swing. That's going to affect how you step and land.
Yeah, I mean, it's how you get your bat to dip under and hit them balls real far and real hard. It happened against the Royals, but how he was playing, I think there is something underlying there that we still don't know about.
Yeah, I would agree with that, because that has been kind of like the theme where we find out like one injury reveals another previous injury. So I wouldn't be surprised if something else comes from this. So, and it would explain a bit more about the lack of production from Candelario this year.
Yeah, and I there's got to be something going on with the knee and the foot. I mean, he's been dealing with tendonitis in his knee all year. So shut it down. I wouldn't be shocked and or disappointed if they just shut him down for the whole year.
Yeah, and with the recent additions that they have made, it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibilities for them to do that.
No, you've found guys who are serviceable to step up and do that. Like we said with Ahmed Rosario, as someone who can play all of the positions, especially with Jake Fraley going down and them signing Ahmed Rosario. Hey, you're cooking a little bit. That's a guy who we talked about last week. But there's a guy that I've talked about on this very program for 2 years that I've wished the Reds would sign, and they didn't do it until Jammer Candelario went down, and they swooped him off waivers. Guys, it's Dom Smith season in Cincinnati.
Welcome to the team, Dom.
Welcome, Dom, boy. I'm a sub for Dom. I'll tell you that right now.
He a big Dom sub.
Big Dom sub. I'm just so hyped because he just fits the profile that Krall wants to sign. A guy who has some pop, who can hit a bomb or two, but just hits just a lot of doubles power and plays a corner position, first or third. Am I the only one who's got a little wiggle going on? You got a little wiggle going on.
I got a little bit of a wiggle.
Yeah?
I like the idea of consistency. I like the idea of a guy that's got a little pop in there.
Mm-hmm. Guy really just take control,
Oh, yeah, exactly. Grab my hair and you just do what you want, brother.
Man, you're a real Dom simp.
Yeah, I feel really under your spell right now.
Dom Smith simps over here, dude. Between him and Ty France, you have a serviceable platoon that could carry you the rest of the year to make you get the production that you thought you were going to have with Candelario.
Yeah, absolutely an equivalent substitution for Candelario, I think, with those two dudes, with France and Dom.
Yeah, France had a rough week of it. We'll get to that in a little bit, but telling you, Dom could really revitalize his career here in this ballpark, and with some home games, and it's still going to be a little hot. Mm-hmm. Balls will fly. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, dog.
So when it rains, it pours. Andrew Abbott hit the IL as well with a left shoulder strain. David Bell says it's a low-grade shoulder strain and should be back from the IL when eligible on September 7th. Do you believe him?
I mean, I want to, but I can't say. I will say I believe that he believes that.
I believe that he is buying what he's selling. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But do I believe that he'll be back September 7th? I don't.
Yeah, I don't believe so either. I think there's going to be a handful of guys going to get shut down early September.
Yeah, and he's right there at the top of the list.
Yeah, I would agree. Because if you are, unless for some reason they're going to be in contention, some things start to happen, you don't. Here's the bad thing you don't want to happen. You don't want to press some guys like an Andrew Abbott like a Hunter Green, like a Candelario, if you're going to be out of the race, 2 series out from the end of the year.
Yeah.
And then what do? You risk injury. You risk having quality, rehab time and stuff, just having them shut down. So that's the thing that I don't want to see. It's them pressing guys who don't need to be pressed.
No need to. It's foolish. And a good thing you said Hunter Green. It came out Hunter Green hurt his elbow by bumping it on a cabinet. He just turned and he just hit it and he went, owie, wowie, that hurty. And then he went and pitched, and then it bruised, and the bruise spread on the rest of the elbow. And then they're like, oh, this is not good. And they checked it, and they're like, dude, what did you do? And he's like, I bumped my elbow. He went to 3 different doctors because he bumped his elbow.
I ain't buying it.
I'm not buying it.
That's a sex injury if I've seen one. I bumped elbows.
Yeah, I bumped an elbow or 2, and guess what? I had to get some penicillin.
Yeah, bumped elbows, knock some knees. I got you, brother. Yeah, it seems like a very bizarre injury.
Oh, sure, you were right, elbow deep. I got you, buddy.
Yeah, I just slipped off the sex tarp, and I mean the mound. I was on the mound. There was a cabinet.
Yeah, I didn't hit the carabiner that held up the sex swing.
No, that wasn't me. I'm not making that faux pas.
No, not again. Not especially with that little Asian hooker I got named Faux Pas.
My sex goggles were off. I could clearly see.
The
mound.
The mound. Yeah, the mound. Look, I did not get pink eye. I did hit my elbow on a cabinet.
Yeah, it was elbow cabinet.
Elbow cabinet.
I got cabinet elbow. He's on a 12-day disabled cabinet elbow.
This isn't a fuck injury, I promise. Not a fuck injury.
Every year in Toronto.
God damn it, every time. So I expect him to be shut down the rest of the year. He went to the doctor, and the doctor said that his UCL looked fantastic.
Love it.
Great. UCL's intact. No need for him to pitch again this year, though.
No, unfortunately. That was speaking of picks that I had Hunter Green winning Cy Young.
You were so close.
I was so close. He was put on a tremendous campaign. Unfortunately, he's not going to seemingly make it to the end of the season. Who knows? But it doesn't make sense for him to push him at this point.
No. Just shut it down. Get ready for 2025. Because, there might be somebody coming up who could finish out the rest of the year.
Who?
Rhett Lauder.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Put money on it now. I'm saying it right now. My mouth to the camera, laptop, microphone, painting. Sorry, I was doing my Trump evaluation.
Okay. Human, man,
dog.
Brilliant.
Sharp as a tack. Calling it now. Rhett Lauder, September 1st, will be called up and put on the 40-man roster. They'll finagle their way around. But, dude, Rhett Lauder is going to make 3 starts in the bigs in September. It's happening.
I think so. Just keep elevating what he's doing. Keep moving on up. And with the way things are going with the Reds right now, they're going to need some people to fill some innings.
Yeah. Dude, in Louisville, 6 innings pitched, 3 hits, no runs, 1 hit batter, no walks, 7 Ks. What do you need to prove? Guy came from college. He's ready to roll. You worked out the kinks. No need. And you're not starting the clock. It's September call-ups.
Yeah, even if things don't go well for him, I don't think you're going to rock this kid to where it's going to do any sort of like negative lasting damage if he doesn't have a good outing. So yeah, keep elevating, keep moving him up.
Yeah, it's not like what we did to Connor Phillips, who was a kid coming out of high school, worked his way up through the system, and then got shelled, and his brain went bye-bye, and his confidence disappeared, and now he's in Arizona at the compound working on stuff. This is not what's going to happen to Rhett Lauder.
Agreed. He's got more of a solid foundation physically, mentally. So, yeah, dude, I think it's a very accurate prediction. September 1st.
Him and Zach Maxwell, send him to the pen. Because, we had a couple incidences with guys this week that came up from AAA. One of them, very good. One of them, not so good. So, we'll get into this week in a second, but I'm just on it, and I'm telling you, Zach Maxwell to the pen, Rhett Lauder. They'll adjust the 40-man, and it's go time. Let the kids pitch. Figure it out. It doesn't matter.
Let the big dog eat.
And also, the worse you are, the more balls you get in the basket for the draft next year.
True.
So if you're not going to go and get a bat that might or might not have been available at the deadline to get better, well, guess what time it is? Tank it.
Bring it down.
Bring it down. So that's what we can look for is like these kids coming up and you're like, man, this could be those little contributors that help complete a squad for 2025. And we'll talk about that roster construction some other time. But the Reds had another 500 week. It started hot, took 2 out of 3 from the Blue Jays, and then imploded, dropped 3 out of 4 from the Pirates. Should have taken 2 of those games and split, but they fucking didn't.
Yep, another week they should have really done some damage, and it didn't happen. They had a path out in front of them, and they piddled all over it.
They piddle-whittled. Julian Aguilar looked solid for his first start on the road in Toronto. 4 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 2 Ks, gave up a homer, a monster homer to Vladdy. You're like, cool. Pat on the back. And then show me what you got the next go around. 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, 4 Ks against Pittsburgh. Cool. Built on that performance. Looked good. The secondary stuff looked very good. His changeup is pretty solid. And that sinker, you're going to get you got some pretty good whiffs on it.
Yeah, I really like what he's doing right. He seemingly came out of nowhere. At least he wasn't really on my radar. And then came up here and built. He had a pretty good first outing in the majors and then built on it for the second one. So, yeah, I'm stoked. Great on Julian here, and he really contributed to the Reds.
He did. He
contributed
to the Reds. Wow, that is so cool. Yeah, man. Then Carson, I say Spires, you say Spears, came up. Got shelled against the Blue Jays. Just everything was off by a quarter of an inch, or it was kind of flat, and it got really shelled. And then came into long relief. Boy, howdy. Came into long relief in Pittsburgh on Sunday. 4 innings pitched, no earned runs. Solid. I mean, just looked solid in that role. I just don't see him being a long-term answer as a starter, but maybe as a reliever. Long relief, this could be a cheap option that's for the future.
Yeah, we'll see how he develops here. Yeah, when he played against the Blue Jays, did not look good. They really needed him to try and eat up some innings there. But I'll tell you what, the Blue Jays, they figured out that pitch right down the middle. Yeah. They were not confused.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing there.
I mean, he had, I think, 4 changeups that just kissed almost the center. Oh, my goodness.
And it was also the same with Nick Martinez. 4 1/3, 6 earned runs, 6 hits, 3 walks, 3 Ks. It was the same thing where they're like, did you really just throw me an 87-mile-an-hour cutter middle?
I did.
Okay, idiot. Pummeled. Then, dude, he went out and he pitched 3 innings against Pittsburgh on Sunday. 1 earned run, 5 hits, no walks, 1 K. So between him and Spears, 7 innings of 1-run baseball.
That was nice.
Hey,
That's
come on.
a great bullpen day.
Hey, there you go. With 2 pitchers to make 1 really good starting pitcher.
I'll take it for a bullpen day.
You can take it for a bullpen day. Nick Lodolo, oh boy. 4 2/3. 2 hits, 3 walks, 9 Ks. Whoa. Little low on the innings pitched. Whoa. Because then 5 earned runs. Mm-hmm. He just got into trouble with the walks, man.
He did, and he was looking really good. Seemed to like starting to find it again. And if you look at the pitch stacking here, it's getting more condensed where we saw it before when it was just really discombobulated. That's when there was no consistency, but you're seeing the layer of fastball, slider, curveball, change, just going down there where it's just like, yeah, there's a purpose to the pitch, and it's being shown with how effective it is. But then, yeah, the wheels came off in the 5th.
Yeah, he's just attacking diagonally, and you love to see that, but he just lost it. And then, you know, hit a guy, and then you have a play in the infield. Like, for a while, a ball did not leave the infield, and then it just all melted down really quickly. So you kind of you look at it and you go, man, the box score doesn't tell the full story. Lodolo is getting back to form.
Yes, this if you watch this performance, you feel so much better than what you did the last outing that he had. You see, like, oh, he's finding that, the shape of his breaking balls. He's able to locate his fastballs more, and he had a lot more confidence. But, yeah, the things just slowly started to, well, not slowly, pretty immediately
quickly.
In the fifth. And it was, like you said, he wasn't getting shelled. It was walk, hits Batman, he hit a guy, and then, like, maybe a dribbler or something like that.
Yeah, it was the yakety sacks of baseball.
Yeah. So nothing like he wasn't getting drilled. He was being effective.
9 Ks.
And then he just didn't make it through 5.
He just didn't make it through 5. If he would have, might be talking about a very different game, but highly doubtful on Thursday because Paul Skeens was also really good.
Mm-hmm. He's a good pitcher.
He's pretty good. I'm really glad I didn't get to sit and watch it in real time because I was sitting in the ballpark and I couldn't get service because there's, a bunch of people in there for a concert. Not for a game, a concert.
That's a wild show.
Yeah, I know. Very crazy.
Hard to turn to when Billy Joel is fucking trying to play a basket case.
Yeah, Trey's trying to work his pitch com.
Yeah.
It was insane. And Billy Corgan would just be the DH. Anyway, Billy Corgan donated. He donated. He dedicated a song to Joey Votto.
Oh, I thought I saw that. That's awesome.
It was very cool. Friday, bullpen day, looked really good until Alan Busewitz got out there, which they called him up. They're like, throw out the warm body to eat the middle innings, and hopefully our offense can lift it up. Inning pitched, 4 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned, no strikeouts. And then Justin Wilson comes in, he goes, hold my beer. 2/3 of an inning, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 K. I mean, those two right there. 2 innings pitched, 7 runs.
Ugh.
Sorry, 6 runs. 6 of them. 6 runs between the 2 of them.
Not
5
getting it
of them
done.
earned. It was just a meltdown. Defensively, it was a meltdown, and then the snowball happened. Fernando Cruz did a good job, and Alexis Diaz came in and did a good job. But I don't understand this tactic of calling somebody up from AAA and then immediately DFAing them again just to be like, let's hope for the best.
Yeah, I think it's just like trying to do stuff when you know nothing's really going to help, but just showing that we tried something.
We tried something.
I think that's where we're at the point in the season here. And also talk about some other like issues besides us like booting the ball around, but like, on the base pass, just making dumb decisions running throughout the course of the past couple series, getting, trying to extend a single into a double, getting thrown out, getting picked off at first.
That's
just
how this
trying
team,
to press.
That's just what this team has done all season. We know what this team is. And we are now fully confident going, they're going to be dumb on the base pass. They're going to take chances. They're going to take risks. They're a above average beer league softball team with the glove. Until you get an actual second baseman back. And this is just what it's going to look like. And especially when you don't have like a real right fielder.
Yeah.
This is what's going to be.
We're substituting an actual solution for lack of offense for just trying to push beyond reason stuff that just isn't going to. You're trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. It's not going to happen.
Nope. Bullpen overall did have a pretty good week. There's one reliever we really want to spotlight who was dominant. Luke Maile. Add him to the pen for the rest of the year. Sign him, dude. Luke Maile for the week. He had 2 innings pitched, no hits, no earned runs, no strikeouts. Guy was efficient.
All Ephus pitches, dude.
Ephus, sign him up. I want to see him in the 8th, high leverage. Let's go.
What happens to Luke Maile? He like tears his UCL. He threw it 57 miles an hour. The thing just ripped.
I just kept pushing it. Oh my God. I hit my bedpost.
He got bedpost elbow.
Yeah, definitely wasn't from the fuck swing. Definitely wasn't. So, yeah, no, in all seriousness, dude, it was fun watching Luke Maile pitch and just toss him up there. Casey Kelly, dude, came up from AAA though. 3 innings pitched, no earned runs, 2 Ks in his appearance on Saturday.
That's awesome.
He looked really sharp. He picked up Aguilar and was like, "I'll finish it out for you, bud."
Yeah, now's the time with these younger pitchers. Come up here, make a name for yourself. There's slots available.
There are slots. They're open. Hunter knows about them. Lost an elbow in there.
There you did.
Hey, he did.
Come on now.
Sunday sucked. Alexis Diaz, that was a very unfortunate sequence.
Extremely.
You go inside, you hit a guy who has not played well since joining the Pirates, and Brian De La Cruz. But the ball he threw, that 93-mile-an-hour two-seamer, that was a ball getting crushed by Gizmoney Grundle.
How many pitches did he throw? Was it really just like 3 or 4 pitches?
Yeah.
Because the first pitch he threw to the first batter was a pop out or a ground out.
Yeah.
And then I believe the next pitch after that is when he hit the batter.
Yes.
And then I think then the next pitch was a home run. So I believe he may have thrown just 3 pitches.
Was it?
I remember it was just
6 pitches.
Oh, Jeezel Pete's.
Look at that, dude. That's a ball. I mean, that's 2 inches up out of the zone.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh, buddy. It is just, you feel bad. You can say, like, not the walk. He hit a guy.
Yeah.
But then, like, the guy just went out and took one. And it's just like rats.
He went, here you go, high and inside on him. And then he went low and inside on him, and then he was trying to work him back up, and Gizmoney Grundle was like, "I know this sequence.
Yeah, I've been here before.
I know this." And it was just one sweet swing, and it was like, oh no. That's only the 3rd save he's blown all year, but it feels like it's 20th blown save.
It really does. It's really putting the microscope on the bullpen, and Alexis Diaz, that was very unfortunate.
It just sucks. It's like, you're in that spot and you could be 2 games up for the week, or you could be 1 game up on the week and be like, all right, we're getting there, we're making those strides, huh? And now it's like, well, you gotta make 3, 4 maybe if you really want to be in it. And it doesn't seem like it, but
that did feel like the nail in the coffin for the season. That's what it felt like.
That was it right there.
It felt like we had an opportunity. We pissed it away, and then it felt like, okay, we're going to maybe we split the series, and then no, more piddle on the pants, and it just seems like, well, do we deserve to be in the playoffs?
No.
So you just keep looking at that, and you still see there is some viable paths, but you got to then rely on teams ahead of you to essentially just fail dramatically, and then you to all of a sudden out of nowhere go on a big run. So that's what we've been talking about. You can't just play your back against the wall throughout the entirety of this season.
Here's a question for you. Realistically, when you look at the 3rd place for the wild card and then everyone else who's in contention, do any of them feel like they should be there?
None of them feel better than us. I'm looking at it. It's like we got the Mets, Cardinals, Cubs. None of them feel like a better team than us.
No. And statistically, the only team with a better run differential, beat it into the ground, better run differential is the Braves, and they are wounded.
They are. And the Reds also very wounded. And you just keep thinking like 2025 when we get to show like with the capacity of what this team's going to be, it just seems like we've underperformed even for the talent that we put on the field. We could have done a lot better.
Agreed.
Considering the injuries.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. It just was never timely. And that's the problem with this offense is that you look at these numbers for the week, they had a 0.7 WAR, but they never stepped up when they needed to. When they blew against the Pirates on Friday, gave up 6 runs in an inning and then never recovered.
Yeah, they don't tend to, like, they do it in, like, big mass slaughters where it's just like, everyone's just like, oh, he's hitting the ball. I want to hit the ball. But when they go cold, they go ice cold for a game, and then that switch goes on and off so much.
Real quick.
And I do, of course, we do have a lot of players that are kind of like these platoon players. It is a lot more difficult to stay in a rhythm if you're playing every third, fourth game. I get it, but it's still the reality of the season of just going hot for 2 games.
Yeah.
And then cold for 3, 4 games.
And this is one of those weeks where you look and it's like, oh, did they go 1 game or 2 games up? Because Ellie De La Cruz, 370, 438, 593, with a weighted runs created plus of 176, with 7 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, and a homer. Like, you look and you go, that's a great Ellie week. That means that everyone else followed suit. And that's not what happened, especially in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, kind of not what we've been seeing throughout the year. When Ellie goes, so does the team typically, and this just wasn't it.
Wasn't it. Who also had a great week was Tyler Stevenson, 2 doubles, 8 hits, 5 RBIs. He had a homer on the week, batting .364, 462, 591. The guy has 6 homers in the month of August, the most he's ever had. What's happened is what we were talking about, how he was so unlucky, and he just has been getting lucky.
Yeah, man. And he just looks so comfortable in the box, just very calm, patient. He just seems totally in control now. And I just love seeing this version of Tyler Stevenson, which I think is going to be, his chemical build going forward. Like, I think this is the true form of Tyler Stevenson. So I'm extremely excited. Again, 2025, thinking about like the positives moving forward here.
Oh, yeah.
Tyler Stevenson, definitely one of the biggest bright spots of this season.
Oh, for sure. And another one that's a bright spot on the week was Espinal was hotter than piss again. 333. Hold on, where'd you go? 333, 357, 444 with a weighted runs created plus of 119. Dude, his BABIP 409 on the week. I mean, the guy just puts the ball into play, and he's your best fielder. Should be playing second base every day. We've already talked about that. But Novi Marte had a good week too in the 5 games that he did play. 353, 389, 529. Couple of ribs, and he hit a homer. Like,
yeah, he did.
Dude, another guy who's turnaround where you're like, finally, you're looking comfy.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this guy actually have a nice preseason under his belt to be able to build on, some of these things that we saw him try and figure out against top-notch pitching. So yeah, you got to watch him struggle in real time, but then you see these times when he just puts it together.
And you're like, hell so yeah, good. Dude. Can't wait for a full year of him. Will Benson didn't have a good week. Dom in 3 games had 2 hits. Ty France 176 on the week. Ty France 176, 238, 235 didn't have a good week, but he ups and downs. But overall, this offense didn't click when it needed to click to move on and win a couple games to put yourself back in the conversation. Instead, we are now focusing on 2025.
Yeah, we are, and it's unfortunate, but that is the reality. Not saying there isn't, if you've been listening to me for the past 30, 40 minutes here, there's still a path.
There's still a path.
But you have to, when you're putting yourself in the situation where you have to rely on other teams to fail, that's not where you want to be. No. You never want to be that. You don't want to be succeeding off of other people's failures.
No.
You want to show people that you do belong, and part of that is going to be building and thinking about 2025.
Of course, you still play the Braves 4 more times. You play the Mets.
You play the Cubs.
You play the Cubs.
Cards.
Yeah, it's still in front of you, but 2025. Other injuries, Rake Fraley, I think we covered that. Knee sprain. We'll see what happens. I think with the Ahmed Rosario signing kind of solidifies that you might as well shut him down for the year. He's been unhealthy. He got really sick. And now the knee sprain, and then there was something else. So it's like, shut it down.
He has a lot more important stuff to focus on right now.
I agree. Suter, our guy, dude, he's on schedule. He's ahead of schedule. Began his rehab assignment. He's thrown around. He's going to make 3 appearances for the Bats, and then he'll be back up here.
Really love this dude. Super cool.
He'll be Bats up here.
Hey, Bats up here.
Come on. Brandon Williamson's going to throw in Louisville tomorrow. We might have him back.
Yeah, maybe. Or he'll get hit by a bus on the mound. We don't know.
Who knows? Who knows? He could get bitten by a bat in Louisville.
Very true.
Yeah, people are like, some people say your team has been snake bit. Have they ever been bat bit? That's only the Reds, baby. Coming up, you got the A's at home. And on Thursday, you got the Thomas Rhett concert. So if you like that, whatever. Then you've got 4 at home against the Brewers. And then a weird Monday 4:10 game off Tuesday. And then Wednesday, Thursday on September 4th and 5th.
What's going on Tuesday?
I have no clue. Look, there is one day in September that I'll never forget. And it's not September 3rd. Okay? I'm telling you that right now. So look, and then you have them. Then you go to the Mets, the 6th, 7th, 8th, and then the 9th. That Monday, you're in Atlanta for that makeup game, and then you go out to St. Louis. I mean, look, man, like you said,
that's the path. Those are teams all ahead of you in the wild card. If you want to make a run, there you go. There you go. You can win and take out, a player a half a peg each game.
Each game. If you can take down games, you could do it. 7.5 back. There's a less than 1% chance that they could do it. But you're saying there's still a chance. There's still a chance. Let's round third and head for home. What do you got?
I will be at the Comet on the 20th. I will be there with Luke Knoll, SNL dude, super funny guy, plays guitar, but great joke writer. It's going to be really fun. And then I will be in Louisville on the 27th and 28th at a music venue called, I think it's called like Mr. G's or something like that. I'm going to a strip club. I know it. I'll be there with fellow friend Chris Seamer. That'll be a good time.
Oh, that'll be a great time.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Do not run over Brandon Williamson with your bus.
I don't know what's going to happen, man. When I go to Louisville, I get crazy.
Okay.
What about you? What do you got going on?
I'm going to be in Italy. I leave Wednesday. I'm gone, and then I get back 7:30 on next Saturday, 7:30, 8:30 at night. So just basically come home, eat, pet my dog, and go to sleep, and wake up the next day and watch the Bengals' first game of the season.
Wow.
So, very exciting stuff. So no pod next week. I'm gone. I'm not making him do it.
He's going to be in Italy on a mission, learning how to bake pasta, Skyline pasta. He's going to bring back to the new world.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's called Cincinnati Bolognese.
You're bringing them spices.
Yeah, I'm bringing them. They're like, you put chocolate in that? I'm like, yeah, dude. Give me your best cigarettes. Come on.
And they take your passport and they rip it up. Get out of here.
They feed it to the goat. They're like, here you go, bud. Here you go. Nom, 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 nom. So thank you to Sports Drink for hosting the audio of this podcast. We appreciate it. Check out intheclutch.com. Use the promo code NASTYBOYS, all caps. This one's pretty sweet from last year. It's an Adley Rutschman when he hit a homer from each side of the plate during the home run derby in Seattle. Boom. All-star game. Reds. I got it all covered. I'm not a trader. Promo code NASTYBOYS, 10% off. And thanks for having me in the fart dungeon, in the skunk hole.
Yeah, skunk hole tonight.
Skunk hole, baby.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get that smell out of here, but we're going to have to fumigate.
I swear to God, do not get that smell out of here. I love it. I love it. I feel it all.
We'll bake it in.
Yeah, bake it in. And thank you for watching or listening. And as always, go Red Legs.
Go Red Legs.